The following videos.
Hey. Okay, 1 second here, guys. I'm gonna fall over now. Still not working. Yeah, here we are. Alright. Gonna wait for just a little bit longer before we start. Here we are. Alright. We finally got everything up and going good. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another scare stream on this beautiful, cold, and eerie Saturday night. Of course, this happens right as soon as I start the stream. I gotta go to the bathroom. Stay. I get
The following video.
Hey, I didn't say I was ready. Alright. Now we're ready. Okay, so, as you probably guessed, we have the usual 5. Starting off with King Frostmare. Then we go on to Fearsome Top 5. Sir Spooks, Nuke's Top 5, and Depths of Despair in that order. Okay, so this one's King Frostmare, the scariest videos people caught at night, part 3. Alright, so as the pinned message suggests, grab some snacks and a blanket to cuddle up with, and let's get into it.
The following videos were recorded by Alex E.K. Carolyn had been repeatedly awakened in the early hours of the morning by peculiar sounds, but never managed to capture them on camera in time. Determined to document these noises, she decided to feign sleep one night, hoping to catch them on video. However, she ended up capturing much more than she anticipated.
Facu 2.
Facundo, levántate, por favor. Levántate.
Holy shit!
In the dead of night, Carolyn is roused by the movement of her sheets near her feet. Then a horrifying noise grabs her attention, drawing her gaze to the door. Eerily, a figure with long dark hair briefly appears inside before
We're only a minute in. We're only a freaking minute in. Oh! Why? Why is something this powerful already?
swiftly retreating out of sight. In the next clip at 4 a.m., Carolyn is awakened by her dog's incessant and agitated barking. Curiosity compels her to investigate, leading to this unsettling recording.
There it is again.
As Carolyn steps outside, initially nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. However, upon adjusting the video's brightness, we can see a shadowy figure that is standing and not moving once in the darkness. Carolyn notices it and hastily withdraws. In the following clip, Carolyn is relaxing in her bedroom when she hears strange noises emanating from downstairs. She grabs her phone and cautiously ventures to investigate.
Hola.
This is the first freaking clip.
Otra vez el ruido ese. Poco estoy haciendo compañía hoy, pero ya estoy sola. Todavía se escucha un ruido de abajo. Y la verdad que no sé. Ay, la puerta, por olor al árbol. Sora. Sora, subí. Ay, no, Dios santo. Nera.
As she's filming down from the top of the stairs, the camera seems to be out of focus all of a sudden. And then a pair of hands eerily come into view, moving in a sinister manner at the bottom of the staircase.
You wanna go
Carolyn
out,
swiftly
Boogie?
rushes down.
You wanna go out? No, don't jump out, mommy. You wanna go out? You wanna go out? Okay. Yeah, I guess not.
To check, only to find no one there. People were pretty unnerved after seeing this, and many people think that they could be real. And what are your thoughts? Is this something paranormal, or could there be another explanation?
That was creepy, whatever it is. Real or fake. It's already scared me 1 minute into the freaking video.
The next video was recorded by a young woman who states that she and her best friend were out the following night to prepare for an upcoming birthday celebration at midnight for her. It was supposed to be a short video commemorating a little celebration, but it would appear that something else stole the show.
I think I've seen this clip before too.
It would appear that a sinister figure was standing right behind the young woman, and it is unknown if this was just a spirit that was caught by chance. Or was this something entirely different? Whatever the answer, it's quite terrifying to say the least. This video was recorded in the haunted house of Eric Gunner, who's documenting the terrifying happenings for several years now. Just like tonight, he gets woken up a lot by terrifying noises that seem to stem from the lower floors. And mostly he gets up to check.
Oh, this one.
Ok, vamos a ponerla rápido. Me la voy a dejar aquí.
Yeah, I've read this clip before too.
But once again, there's nothing visible that could explain any of these phenomenons, so he makes it back upstairs.
Ya mejor ni le voy a buscar al vivo.
And after a loud bang, he decides to check one final time and captures the following.
Hola. Hola. Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, I haven't seen that clip before. I haven't seen this one before.
Ya vamos a empezar con problemas. Hola. O mejor ni le hablo ya.
There seemed to be a dark shadow standing right in his kitchen, perhaps staring at him, and it appears that he had seen it too at the time. And he then returns to the stairs and seems quite frightened. This entity has been terrorizing him for many nights, and it is not known if Eric has anything planned to finally get rid of this being. I'll keep my eyes open.
You know, the house is familiar. I think I've seen other clips from the same person. I remember there's a video I reacted to. It was either last week or the week before. But when he went downstairs to investigate, he found nothing. And on his way back up, that same shadow entity was standing on the first stair floor level. And he quickly backed away from the stairs and cowered in the corner for a little bit.
The The following video was uploaded by DJ Mix, and he states that the security camera in his niece's bedroom has captured quite an eerie encounter. The girl tells her family about her imaginary friend a lot, but of course they never took her stories too serious at first, since having invisible friends is pretty common for many kids. However, after the family noticed more and more strange occurrences to unfold in the residence, they installed several wise security cameras in their home. And this particular night, their young daughters were playing in their bedroom when something rather interesting was captured. It left the family quite baffled. If we take a closer look at it, it would appear that this apparition seems to be of childlike stature at first, coming out of the wall, before it moves through one of the young daughters, and then shrinks to the size of a bug and just vanishes. They don't believe this to be caused by a reflection coming from the window on the bottom, or even spider webs. Is it perhaps the imaginary friend playing with their young daughters?
Maybe. On the road again. I can't wait to get
was
on the
captured by a
road
truck
again.
driver who was passing through Arizona at the night of this recording. It was pretty late at the time, and the man driving wasn't aware of anything strange happening, up until this very moment. He believes that he saw a child standing on the right side of the road, without any lights, and seemingly no reason at all. In his
Creepy.
mind, the person was all grey-looking, basically nothing that would remind him of a human person, which is why this encounter was extremely eerie for him. And why would anybody stand there in the midst of night? Not to mention that this is pretty dangerous, of course. Are we maybe looking at a spirit encounter? The man believes that this is very plausible. Unfortunately, it was never confirmed who or what exactly he had captured here that night. This video was uploaded by a young woman who states that they as well had just moved into a new house. The house was relatively old, and there were a few unsettling events taking place ever since moving in. Apparently they could see an eerie shadow figure that popped up ever so often, standing at the foot of their bed at night. In this video, they started recording when some inexplicable poltergeist activity seemed to unfold out of nowhere again.
Music part of the original. They're deliberately trying to scare us. I think this is fake.
There's nothing. I wish you could do it. Me too.
That is a creepy effect if it is fake though.
Is this the terrifying shadow entity that is messing with them, especially at night times? It's quite tall for sure, and I think we can only speculate its origin. Maybe something evil that is still bound to this place.
An old cemetery.
Now we are taking a look at a video
As opposed
that
to a
was
new
captured
cemetery.
by the dashcam of two Chinese ghost hunters who were driving through a Hindu cemetery that night to conduct an investigation. Of course, cemeteries are creepy by nature, especially at night. But the two might have captured something strange before even getting out of their car.
Oh. Hold on, let me rewind that.
Creepy by nature, before even getting out of their car.
I guess they didn't show that in the regular motion shot.
A misty figure seems to float from behind the tree on the right side of the screen. The two ghost hunters did not see this unfold at the time, and it was only later discovered when going through the dashcam footage. One could almost believe that a real ghost was captured here that night, or if not, what could cause this effect instead?
Unseen.
The following video was uploaded and shared by Breakman, who tells us about an unsettling CCTV recording. It was captured in the parking lot of an older apartment complex. We can see delivery man arrive that was just about to enter the building, and then this was recorded. It's quite eerie how a mist-like figure is appearing from the side of the frame and then seemingly vanishing once getting close to the entrance of the apartment building. It almost looks like as if this shape is taking a set of stairs, doesn't it? There's no underground parking underneath. So even a human person wouldn't be able to take a pair of stairs.
Yeah, if you look closely, one could also make the argument that it's kind of a a mirrored camera glitch. Like if you notice the entity kind of seems to have the same posture, the same stance as the delivery guy walking through. Watch.
Here, even if they were there. Very mysterious indeed, but Breakman shares another encounter with us that was filmed at another residence, and which also was recorded by a security camera. A man was returning home, and something else seemed to follow him just moments later.
That is something completely different. That looks like a woman. That looks like the silhouette
It's
of a
quite
woman.
eerie how this translucent shape seems to be making its way up the steps and into the same house the man was walking into just moments earlier. The shape appears to be that of a young woman with a ponytail. Many people don't believe that this was just all a light reflection, or spider webs of any kind. But of course it's impossible to say if this was a spirit following the man this night, or something else.
Hospital incident.
The next clip was uploaded by user Arachnid Altruistic, and he states that the footage we are seeing here was filmed off another person's phone at a get-together. The incident in question was rather creepy, however. The video was filmed in a hospital during the preparation for a going-away party for one of the hospital's staff. We can see a nurse who is pushing a cart with some unfolded boxes. The young woman who had captured her colleague explains that she was recording several videos of her, only a few seconds apart from each other. In one of the short clips, something rather eerie was captured.
That's it?
You see that?
Yeah.
The next clip is of Hay. That's the person that does not exist.
And then scroll?
And then
I think
it's
he
gone.
disappears.
He disappears. You kind of see a little shadow there pop up and gone. And then all you see is Wendy's back.
Interesting.
But his face, if you go a little slower, you can see it completely. Let me go to this frame. There, you can catch his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not there in the other shot.
And scroll all the way.
And then he's gone.
I want to look at the shadow.
And the shadow pops up right here, there, and gone. It's not her. It's not Wendy's shadow.
A strange head is popping up right behind the stack of boxes. Nobody knew this person though, or had seen him ever before. Also, the head can only be seen for a couple of frames before disappearing to the left, only to possibly pop up once more. The staff stated that the workers were pretty terrified after watching the video.
Eerie.
And there are many who believe that this might have been the spirit of somebody who's still lingering around in the hospital after passing. Maybe participating in the preparations. Who knows?
That is eerie. Fender bender, huh?
Mr. Fender 76 was out camping one night and was filming the process of getting all of his equipment set up. After uploading this video to his channel, somebody noticed something creepy in the distance.
Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these
Could this be an arm? But how is that possible? Apparently nobody was back there when this was recorded. Could this be a skinwalker? A few days after, Fender posted this follow-up video.
Okay, this road goes down to the lake, which is right there, and a public boat landing. This is where my truck was backed in. Well, it's actually a path, and that is the tree with the stick leaned up against it. As you can see, people illegally dump stuff out here all the time. Mostly trash, but a lot of animal carcasses too. And here we are behind the tree. It's where my Xterra was backed in. I'm about 5'10". I'm not a very superstitious person, so you're not going to get much out of me. I just think, if anything, somebody back here. So there's, across the lake is a neighborhood there. Boat landing parking is right there. All these trails, people use four-wheelers and dirt bikes, but they haven't been used in a long time.
In the end, Mr. Fender never found out what exactly was lurking behind that tree. But many people are sure that it was something sinister.
Creepy. Haunted basement.
The following video was captured by D. Reichno. who was recording this eerie footage in her very own basement. The woman states that this house was built in 1909 and that she always felt like the place was haunted, but so far couldn't capture any evidence of that. The basement in particular was home to some extremely creepy noises and voices that seemed to stem from behind the nether. She and her partner went downstairs into the basement today to grab a few tools, and they asked this being for permission. Take a look.
Hey. Hello.
Hi. Are you okay down here? Is
We're just looking for some tools, that's all.
that okay? We're gonna leave now unless you have something to say. Tell us a sign.
Let us know you're okay.
Yeah.
And we ain't gonna bother you. Come in peace.
Did you hide here a lot?
Some extremely creepy breathing noises can be heard that are unaccounted for. Several people believe this to be demonic perhaps. And then there's also creepy.
See, it's not hard to fake creepy breathing. Just with the...
creepy pair of eyes staring at them from underneath the stairs.
Light keeps coming on. Whoa, now it's recording all of a sudden.
By itself?
Yep. Whoa. Hi.
Dee is certain that they are dealing with a haunting here, and that these are not the eyes of an animal, or an easily explainable reflection from an item. What do you think? Ray Bittner Sr. has shared the following video, which he and a colleague captured at the haunted Davis house in Kokomo, Indiana one night. They were investigating what appears to be an unfinished basement of that building. They had 2 mirrors with them, which they were using to capture whatever wanted to be seen that night. And after trying to communicate with the spirit world, the female investigator might have captured something otherworldly. Take a good look.
Is that you down in that corner? Huh?
Oh, I see.
What?
There we go.
Oh, the eyes. Ah.
They caught a creepy pair of eyes in the corner of the basement, seemingly staring back at them the moment they turned the flashlight on for a second. Apparently, this was the only time they saw that thing, and they are still speculating as of what or who this could have been. Your idea?
I don't know. I got my doubts about that one. The unknown man.
The following was sent by Franklin, and the story goes that the woman in the picture basically just tried to take a selfie of her for another family member. Her husband was at work at the time this picture was taken. However, somehow something appeared right behind her that freaked her out quite a bit in the end.
No, that's weird.
It looks like a man in a shirt, but the facial features are a bit off.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
It
possible
looks like a
for it to
skull
be something
head.
from the outside
Like, yeah,
either,
that's like a
since
skeleton.
this figure seems to be standing right in front of the window. From the inside, though, not much is known about the backstory of this house, or if the family had lost somebody recently, but this image is definitely chilly, no matter what the circumstances were, don't you think?
At the station.
The next clip was sent by Emmanuel, and he states that it was shared on the profile of Victor Gonzalez. The story behind this clip is that a security guard who was working night shift at the train station heard a child crying. He didn't see anybody at the station though, and when yelling for the kid, he didn't get any kind of response. So he started documenting this weird event. Once he passes by 2 specific train cars, this was captured.
Oh, I saw that.
He says that he believes it to be the spirit of a child that, for whatever reason, appeared between the 2 trains that night. Might he be onto something? Was it perhaps somebody pranking him?
That's a possibility too. Wait. I don't see the other. I don't see what that's supposed to be pointing at.
Or is this little shadow apparition actually a spirit from another realm?
Okay. Alright. Before we start the next one, I need a bathroom break. Not a bad start for this stream, though. Hey, Boogie. All right. We're back. We have the combination. All right. Oh, okay, that's the text. All right, top 5 scary ghost videos for instant spine tingles. Ooh. Fearsome top 5.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. The videos that you're about to watch may just prove that ghosts exist. Number 1. The Sutcliffe Inn in Nevada has an unsettling reputation as many guests end up leaving out of fear in the middle of the night. Built in 1972, this small lodge sits directly next to Pyramid Lake. After hearing reports of paranormal activity, the Researching the Paranormal Otherworldly team set their sights on investigating the inn. During a walkthrough before the investigation, a layer of dust on everything made it clear that no one had stayed there for a while. After nightfall, the team began trying to make contact with anyone on the other side. But little did they know that they would actually catch something on camera.
What do we need here? Do we know that they're all gone? What's going on?
We got it.
So far, it looks like it. I mean...
He scanned it, but oops, let me stand up. Don't come over this way. Okay.
I didn't see nothing else.
Is there any spirits left in this room?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Hiding, man.
Okay.
It's like 10 million.
Oh, they're behind that wall.
In the hallway behind the investigators, the light in the room turned off. Then moments later, a shadowy figure walked by. This dark figure quickly walked out of the room and down the hall, managing to go completely unnoticed by the team. Now if we zoom in, we can actually see this figure's hand turn off the light right before it emerged from the darkness. But could this be the spirit responsible for scaring away guests from staying at the Sutcliffe Inn? Number 2. Over on the Mr. Devonish TikTok account, a guy that goes by Devilish posted a video that he can't explain. According to the uploader, this video was sent to him by a friend and was recorded by her husband while he was staying at an Airbnb in Ontario, Canada.
Okay, that's kind of weird. This thing is moving. There's no fan on or anything. This thing's moving. Holy f***. Holy f***. This is like an old church. It's pretty crazy. Oh sh**. That's f***ed up. Something going on in here.
It's still...
So, like, 15 minutes now?
Yeah, the curtain was still up, as if whatever was closing it was holding that part of it up.
Nothing's gone on. Chandelier. Everything's good. We have this stove on because it's freaking cold in here. There's no heat, so we just put the heater on this thing in there. And, yeah, there's me. Nobody else is with us. Nobody. And Carson and I were just talking, and we're like, "How are we gonna sleep here?" And he's getting he was getting a little bit worried, like, and I was like, "No, I don't care, like, really." What?
He began recording after noticing the chandelier eerily moving on its own. The blinds then suddenly slid shut completely on their own, making it clear that something was in the room with him. 15 minutes later, as he stood filming his friend Carson, the kettle on the counter chillingly began to glide across the surface. These creepy events looked to be signs of paranormal activity. But from this nonchalant reaction, I can't say for sure that this was not a hoax. But let me know what you think. Number 3. Solo investigator Ian from the Midwest Ghost Hunter YouTube channel set out to investigate the Oakland Cemetery. Since 1843, these 40 acres of land have served as the main cemetery for Iowa City. And within the cemetery stands an 8-foot-tall Black Angel statue that's said to be haunted. Many urban legends surround this statue, with one claiming that if you were to touch it, you would soon be dead. Come nightfall, Ian began exploring the grounds, and it didn't take long for something to be caught.
This cemetery's so vast. I gotta be careful not to get lost out here. Off in the distance, I heard what sounded like a man's voice talking out loud. I heard like a male voice over there. Hello? Is there anybody over here? Okay, either I'm going crazy or those were footsteps. This time I'm caught off guard by what sounds like disembodied footsteps walking through the grass.
From a disembodied voice to disembodied footsteps, it became apparent to Ian that he was not alone. And as he asked for the spirits to call out, he got exactly what he asked for.
Is anyone in this cemetery? And you can hear my voice. Could you scream out your name? Gotta be careful what I ask. That'd be terrifying. I'm actually shocked that I didn't hear this EVP through my headphones at the time. You can hear this long, drawn-out whisper saying the name.
And as he ventured deeper into the cemetery, he noticed a bizarre sound in the distance.
What in the world was that noise? That was eerie. I begin hearing this strange noise off in the distance. Another scary noise in the cemetery. Let's go towards it. What was that sound? I just heard something. The only way I could describe this sound is squeaking metal of some sort. I have never heard a noise like this in a cemetery before. It almost sounded like metal squeaking. Oh my god.
Looks like it's coming from that mausoleum.
I think I know where that's coming from now. I feel like it came from this mausoleum. If it's you making that squeaking noise, could you make that sound again? I now realize that this sound was actually coming from a mausoleum door handle. I wonder if it was one of these door handles. Let's test it out. Oh my god. That freaking door handle was moving!
Ian soon realized where the source of this sound was coming from, but as he left a static camera recording these doors, something bone-chilling was caught.
Yeah, it's moving.
The door handle can clearly be seen moving completely on its own, as if someone were lifting it. This incredible piece of evidence is hard to debunk, as there's no way that wind could cause this to happen. Later on into the investigation, Ian began to see things out of the corner of his eye.
Okay. Okay, that was weird. Later in the night, I started noticing these strange white glows appearing in the corner of my vision. That's like a weird glow going by over there. I just saw a weird little light over here. That was cool. If only I caught it on camera. Whenever I would try to capture these glows on the camera, they would vanish quickly before I could get to them. Ah, dang, they keep disappearing like way too fast. Actually, I've got a really good idea. I'm gonna place this camera on a tripod and just walk around and take photos everywhere. Because I want to see if I can capture one of these phantom lights that just keep popping up.
Ooh, there's one.
In this particular shot, you can see a glow manifesting near one of the graves. When I saw these pieces of video, I was completely baffled.
Several strange glowing anomalies were caught on camera. These bright orbs would only appear for a few brief seconds, and it's hard to say exactly what these could be.
Quick, I gotta
After
report it.
stumbling across another mausoleum, Ian
Where's
was
the
about
button?
to have a downright chilling encounter.
Look at this mausoleum right here. Hello? Anyone there? You could tell that door hasn't been touched in ages. I got cobwebs all over my hand.
Whoa!
No way! You can clearly hear this knocking sound on the metal door of this old crypt. It just knocked back. I tried knocking back to see if it would actually occur again. Shoot, I'm gonna try knocking again. Anyone home? Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna back up a little bit. There's a ghost in this mausoleum. Could you knock on that door again? No fucking way.
Whoa,
The sound of knocking coming from the inside of the mausoleum sent chills down Ian's spine. And soon after, Ian once again caught a glimpse of something out of the corner of his eye.
Holy sh! I clearly saw with my own eyes a figure sitting on this flat tombstone. I couldn't make out any details. It just looked like a white figure in the shape of a person. Okay, either I'm going crazy or I just saw someone sitting on that tombstone over there. That is a microphone. It'll record your voice. Do you have any message? Any words of wisdom? After I asked that question, I did capture a response.
By this point in the night, it was finally time for Ian to come face to face with the Black Angel statue.
It's the moment of truth. I'm gonna go up to that angel, I'm gonna touch it, I'm gonna see what happens. Alright, here goes nothing. I decided it was time to snap some photos, and this is when things get really weird. What happens to me now? Whoa, she looked really messed up in that photo. What the heck was with that? All of my photos of this angel were turning out just completely dark and unfocused, muddled, and sinister looking. Look at that. It was almost as if I was taking a picture of a spirit, only it was a solid statue. Is this angel really cursed? Because I don't know.
One after the other, every photo came out with a strange blur around the angel, and as Ian lingered around the statue.
I keep seeing a flash like hang on my window, and it's the playback of my stream of all the pictures he's taken.
He soon heard this.
She is different. She creeps me the out. Okay. What the hell? Oh. Okay. What the?
Ian took these bizarre sounds as his sign to leave and quickly got out of the cemetery. But from this investigation alone, there's no doubt that something is lurking in the Oakland cemetery. Number 4. Back in 2020, a woman named Maddie moved into a new house with her husband. Everything was going smoothly, and they were both excited for this next chapter in their lives. But shortly after moving in, they felt an abrupt shift in the energy in their home. Maddie felt as if a dark presence was constantly lurking around the next corner. And late one night, she woke up to the sound of banging on her door. As she opened her eyes, she could see the doorknob wiggling as if someone were trying to get in. A little while after this incident, the security camera outside of her house caught something downright terrifying.
The dog sees it too.
Just on the other side of her fence, a pale translucent figure paced back and forth. This eerie figure had no discernible features, and frankly barely had a body. Her dog aggressively barked at the sight of this figure, potentially being the reason that it walked away. So if this was a ghost, it looks like it's a little baby that's afraid of dogs. Number 5. Jeff, Phil, and Mark from the Ghost Tech Paranormal YouTube channel set out to investigate the Jack the Ripper Museum. Jack the Ripper was an unidentified serial killer in London, England in 1888. 5 unsolved murders of innocent women from the East End of London are believed to be linked to Jack. Despite there being many suspects for these murders, this case still remains unsolved. Open to the public in 2015, the Jack the Ripper Museum showcases artifacts from the time period, as well as recreations of the crime scenes. Since the opening of the museum, staff and visitors have left the building due to paranormal activity. A dark shadow figure has been spotted in the basement, as well as seen moving from room to room. Weeks before the investigation, Jeff visited the museum to take some photos, and after taking hundreds of pictures, he noticed something unsettling in one. A shadowy figure appears to be standing in the doorway on the top floor. What looks like a shoulder and arm are visible, with the rest of the body lurking around the corner. 5 static cameras were set up throughout the museum, and Jeff was ready to begin the investigation.
We have got someone that's keeping an eye on the place for us down in the reception area. We did speak to her. She doesn't want to go on camera. What was that banging?
There was a loud bang from behind me.
I heard that, Michelle.
But it was not immediately behind me. It was, I don't know where it was.
We did speak to her. She doesn't want to go on camera. What was that banging?
There was a loud bang from behind me.
Just minutes into the investigation, and strange noises are already happening throughout the building. The guys made their way upstairs in an attempt to make contact with the shadow figure that was caught in the photo. And surely enough, something was caught on their digital recorder.
Can I ask who it is that wanders on this floor? I've seen you in one of my photographs standing in the door as a shadow figure. Can you tell me your name, please? If you can hear my voice, could you move something inside this room? voice is captured on the sensitive digital recorder, but we cannot decipher what the voice is saying. Here is the audio.
If you can't hear my voice, could you move something inside this room?
What sounds like it could be a voice was coming through the white noise of the recorder. The team moved on to the lounge where Mark took over the EVP session.
It sounded like she was saying it's true.
And several questions later, he managed to receive a few coming through the white noise. What sounds like it could be a lounge where Mark
Yeah, it sounds like she's saying it's true.
Took over the EVP session, and several questions later, he managed to receive a few responses.
What was this room like back in the days when you occupied this house? Was this used as your complete living space where you slept, ate, washed, and all the other things you do in daily living?
Mark receives an EVP, a voice saying that it was a dining room. Here is the audio taken from Mark's digital recorder, enhanced.
What was this room like back in the days when you occupied this house? Was this used as this house? Was this used as...
While in the middle of asking another question, Mark noticed something chilling standing in the doorway.
If you can hear me... Come here a minute. Look behind that camera, it looks like there's a figure there. Can you see what I'm looking at?
Not through the camera, no.
Come here, Jeff. It looks like it's a huge black figure. What's behind the camera?
For some reason, it's not being picked up on our infrared cams, our full spectrum cams, but we can actually see it with our own eyes.
Despite not being able to see this figure on their cameras, Jeff, Phil, and Mark all claimed to be able to see something in the doorway with their own eyes. Jeff then decided to take a few photos when something terrifying was captured.
I take some photos of what we are seeing, which is standing behind our static cam. The figure is not visible on our cameras and we can only see it with our own eyes. But on the pictures with the flash turned off, I managed to capture the figure. Not long afterwards, the figure disappears.
Ooh. That is creepy.
A dark silhouette was caught in two separate photos.
It looks like he has like a mace or something inside of him with a chain attached to it.
And the guys were unable to explain how they could see this figure with their own eyes, but not on video.
And we can't work out how or what this shadow is that's actually standing there. It looks like part of a figure.
Oh, the hat on. Very odd.
What was that?
It was a voice. It sounded, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard a voice and it sounded like it was an ear.
We all hear a disembodied voice, a woman's voice saying, "I saw you here." Here is the audio enhanced, taken from Phil's handheld cam. and we can't work out how or what this shadow is that's actually standing there. It looks like part of a figure.
The bowler hat on. Very odd.
Yet another disembodied voice was captured, possibly belonging to the figure they saw standing in the hall. Jeff and Mark moved to the staircase to attempt to make further contact, but little did they know that something was lurking in the background.
Can you move something up on the top floor? Knock something over so we can hear you? I just heard someone speaking.
Someone's just... I've just caught someone popping out of there. I know I have. Oh, I've just caught someone coming out of that, looking out of that doorway momentarily.
Mark captures movement within the doorway at the top of the stairs, which looks like a figure peeping out at us. Here is the footage again, followed by the footage enhanced and in slow motion.
Ooh, I saw it.
This shadow anomaly appeared at the top of the staircase behind Jeff and quickly flew upwards before disappearing. The numerous pieces of evidence caught during this investigation makes you wonder, could the ghost of Jack the Ripper be lingering in this museum? Or are these the spirits of his victims trying to communicate? Make sure to follow me on Instagram.
Creepy stuff. All right. I need to get another drink of water and our bathroom break. Now we got Sir Spooks. 13 scary videos you should not watch alone. How long ago was this one? 2 weeks ago? Just trying to check and see if any of these seem familiar. All right, they don't look familiar, but we'll see what happens.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. I have a goal of reaching 1 million subscribers, so it would mean a lot to me if you could help me get there. And of course, Happy Halloween. This first video comes to us from the wildly popular Paranormal Encounters subreddit, from a user by the name of Prestigious Bad 1998, who posted this creepy video that has been the talk of the subreddit for the past little while. He says that his motion sensor usually picks up white orbs, but says that this particular piece of footage was quite different from the rest that he usually manages to film. Let's take a look and see for ourselves.
Ooh. That's creepy, but it could also...
Just looking at the short 5
It could also be an artifact reflection though, too.
second video once is enough to give you goosebumps. At first, it looks as though some black orb is making its way down the stairs, but with each passing second, the more eerily human whatever this thing is starts to look. Could this potentially be some sort of paranormal entity walking around this homeowner's house? If that's not the definitive answer, then what could it possibly be? Either way, I think it's safe to say that we're all hoping that this poor homeowner can soon go back to living his life in peace and quiet. A Reddit user by the name of Light Surgery posted this truly creepy video online that has sparked quite the debate across the internet amongst a ton of passionate paranormal aficionados. To provide just a little bit of context, the uploader wrote, quote, "I just moved to a 1800s Victorian terrace house in London. The house is opposite back onto a cemetery. I just got a motion alert on my doorbell video and it had captured something that looks a bit strange to me." End quote. Very interesting. Now let's have a look and watch the video to see if we notice anything bizarre.
Oh. I've seen this clip before.
The uploader continues writing, saying, quote, "It looks to me like a figure peering round the side of the house and then walking off, past the neighbor's car and onto the street. But it looks like a shadow rather than a person. Can anyone here suggest what this could be, if anything?" A lot of people in the comment section of the post cannot help but express just how freaked out they were after watching the footage, with one Reddit user writing, quote, "I haven't seen something that creepy since you first see the alien in the movie Signs, when it walks past the alley at the children's birthday party." End quote. I'm sure many of us were traumatized by that scene. This video is a couple of months old at this point and it doesn't look as though the mystery has been solved, and like it or not, it probably never will be. This video from Reddit may only be a couple of seconds long, but it's absolutely sure to give you the chills. The post was made by a username Menace to Sobriety, who shared the security camera footage on the internet. The video in question certainly appears to be fairly normal when you first take a look at it. We can see a girl laying down on her bed in the middle of the day as she plays around on her phone. However, in just a matter of seconds, this seemingly harmless video will pull the rug out from under you, and you'll see that sometimes, even being in the comfort of your own bed doesn't make you entirely safe.
Whoa.
Out of nowhere, an unseen presence proceeds to move the girl's bed a couple of inches, which prompts the terrified girl to get off of the bed immediately and run out of the room as fast as she possibly can. Sadly, there aren't any bits of context that were left behind with this video for us to analyze and dissect, but even still, this is one creepy video that will surely make you pull the blankets up over your head tonight when you try to sleep. This video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos, and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies, and other strange things. The footage in question was filmed on September 12, 2023 at 9 PM in Arizona. Providing some much needed context here, the uploader writes, quote, "I was drinking with my family. I felt my house vibrated and shook so hard. Lights flicker, so I decided to go outside to see what's going on, and then I was very fascinated by the thunderstorms going off simultaneously, until I noticed something in the background." End quote. Let's have a look and see the footage for ourselves.
That's creepy. Why didn't he follow it? He obviously had a view on it.
As you can see, it definitely looks as though there is something extremely odd and confusing going on in the clouds. It's not the kind of thing you see every day, and I think that if we were to see this for ourselves in person, we would be even more scared. The uploader, however, has his opinions on it, writing, quote, "My honest opinion, looked like the clouds was taking turns, and if I show this other video, it looks like a battle." End quote. Were these UFOs flying around the sky that night or something else? This video is proof that sometimes even things happening up in the sky can be absolutely bone-chilling. This piece of footage was posted to YouTube a little over a month ago by a channel known as Nazca Alien, and is apparently leaked footage of some grave robbers raiding the Nazca Cave in Peru, where they make one of the most baffling discoveries imaginable. Unfortunately, the footage in question does not have any audio, but even still, it's quite a fascinating watch. In it, we watch as the grave robbers make their way into the cave, and it doesn't take long at all for their discovery to be made.
I remember the internet made a buzz about this video.
If this video is indeed 100% authentic, then it seems highly likely that these grave robbers managed to capture some sort of a blue alien on camera. What was it doing all the way out in this cave? Why was it blue? Unfortunately, these are all questions that are not likely to be answered at any time in the near future. For now, we can just speculate and come up with brand new theories on the matter.
Right? That's pretty much any alien video.
Sometimes people set up security cameras in their bedroom that are set to record when they go to bed for safety reasons. To be honest, it's something that more of us should probably invest in doing, as this horrifying video proves. The footage was uploaded to TikTok by a user named SomeDemon on July 27th, 2022, and shows security camera footage of a woman enjoying a good night's sleep in the middle of the night. However, unfortunately for her, this peaceful and dreamy sleep is about to get rudely interrupted by something very, very evil.
What the? Why did my file folder come up?
However, unfortunately for her, this peaceful and dreamy sleep is about to get rudely interrupted by something very, very evil. Out of nowhere, the young woman sits up out of bed in an unsettling manner before opening up her mouth as wide as possible before abruptly lying down again. I don't know about you, but this video reminded me a lot of Reagan in The Exorcist, who also gets possessed in bed and starts screaming. Do you think that this woman on this TikTok video really did get possessed, or was it just an example of really good acting? Either way, it will definitely stick with you. Are we really as safe as we think we are when we go to bed? Think about that before you turn the lights off tonight. This next piece of footage is another one that comes to us from the aforementioned High Strangeness subreddit, and is a doorbell camera video. This video doesn't show anybody walking up to the door and acting bizarrely, but instead, something happening up in the sky. Take a look.
Ooh, it's a triangular UFO. My face. Look, it's my face. Trust me, guys, nothing else interesting is happening with this UFO. But if something does, I'll rewind it and move my face out of the way.
The video, which was filmed somewhere in England, shows what appears to be some sort of triangle-shaped UFO flying around the area in the middle of the night, before the video cuts off shortly after. Thankfully though, the video is long enough for us to get a decently good look at this creepy UFO, or whatever the heck it is. For those of you who don't believe in alien life, what do you think this strange light formation is? This YouTube video that was filmed in the middle of the woods will prove to you that doing an activity that most people like to do for fun, such as jogging, isn't always as safe as we would like to think it is. The story goes that a man was jogging when he saw something out of the corner of his eye and decided to turn around and pull out his phone camera to see if he could capture it on film. This is what he managed to film.
Looks like a bear. Ooh.
Throughout most of the duration of the clip, the man filming the whole thing is remarkably quiet and doesn't seem to be breathing loudly or panicking about the situation, which I think most people would be, and honestly, who can blame them? All seems to be fine as the man watches the horned creature until at one point it manages to turn its head and looks directly at the man filming. It then proceeds to stand up, and just when it looks like it's going to charge at him, the video sadly ends, leaving us all to wonder what could have possibly happened next. We can sadly only fill in the blank spaces in our mind, but we can all hope that whatever happened after the video cut out, that the man is doing okay and was not harmed by whatever that thing was. Was it some kind of a demon? Something else entirely?
Ooh.
Let me know your thoughts in
That's
the comments
creepy
below.
to think about. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that one. Whew. That one was very eerie.
Some Nautica locations can be absolutely terrifying, as this TikTok video uploaded by Don't Blink 87 proves. The video in question shows some people wandering out to this location's coordinates in the middle of the night, where they proceed to get much more than they bargained for. All seems to be going relatively smoothly at first, however, that doesn't last too long at all, as you're about to see.
Oh, hell no way.
Hello?
Hello? Okay. It's fucking moving. Hello?
Hi.
Are you okay? Hello?
Do you need help?
Babe,
What the hell?
what is it doing?
I don't know. Hey!
Are you alright? Hello? Look at me shake. Hello?
Hey!
Are you okay? That thing don't have a face.
Are you alright?
What is that?
I don't.
The group of people thankfully appear to be quite apprehensive about walking into the area all the way, which very well could have saved their lives because they do act pretty careful about the whole thing. But this video begs the question, what was that ghostly woman doing there, and what did she want? Did she just want to be left alone and was upset when these people just randomly showed up? Was this all just a hoax? Be sure to let me know all of your theories and speculations on this story in the
If it is a hoax, then bravo, because this was creepy.
comments below. A Reddit user by the name of EasyBiscuit19 was simply going out for a nice evening stroll, something that a lot of us like to do. There's just something different about the cold night air as opposed to walking in the afternoon. However, as this video goes to show, sometimes walking outside in the middle of the night can bring about some stuff that's utterly unexplainable. In the video, the uploader can be seen wandering around outside when, out of nowhere, he makes quite the shocking discovery that he cannot seem to get an explanation to. Let's watch.
What the hell?
The incident, which happened at around 1 AM in East London, depicts several strange floating lights above the area, much to the shock and awe of the uploader. The lights definitely look to be alien in nature, but then again, anything is possible. Maybe it was just something else entirely different. However, the uploader is specifically asking for people's help on this case, hoping to get a definitive answer. So if you think you know what's going on in this video, be sure to leave a comment and let him know.
Wow, that was creepy.
Although this next piece of footage is quite blurry, it's nevertheless an utterly bone-chilling clip that will give you the chills. The video was filmed all the way back in October of 2012. Before we get into the person who uploaded the video to YouTube giving some much needed context, let's first have a look at the video to see if we notice anything unsettling right off the bat.
Ooh, that was creepy. That was creepy.
Now for the context. The uploader writes, quote, "This creepy real ghost tape was sent to us by an anonymous paranormal investigator who claims to have procured it from a young backpacker on holiday in Europe who caught this ghost on video when visiting a castle. The apparition does appear to be very distinct, but we are unsure of the location and unable to research any claims of supernatural activity in the area. It sure looks haunted to us though. A perfect place for a Ouija board session to raise a demon or invoke some scary paranormal activity." End quote. So what do you think? Do you believe that this eerie video actually shows ghostly activity happening, or do you think that this is something much less sinister? Be sure to let me know. This security camera video was posted to Reddit half a year ago and starts off normally enough. We watch as a woman makes her way into this unidentified hotel, seemingly ready to go to her room and go to bed. However, as she is soon going to find out, it won't be that easy. The woman can be seen walking down the hotel corridor while playing around on her phone when all of a sudden this happens. A plant can be seen randomly tipping over, much to the confusion of the woman shown in the footage. But before the plant tips over, a shadowy figure can be seen for just a brief second. Finally, a blast of wind hits her face out of nowhere. She then bolts into a full-on sprint before the video shuts off abruptly.
That's creepy.
What could have possibly caused all of this to happen? There certainly didn't seem to be any strings attached to it anywhere, but maybe it was just hard to see. Let's just hope that this woman managed to have a good rest of her stay at the hotel and she didn't experience any more paranormal encounters.
Number 1.
A Reddit user named Blonde in the Woods shared this absolutely chilling video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit. It's easily one of the most eerie videos you'll see in a while. The context of the story provided by the uploader goes as follows, quote, "My husband's best friend used to live in the house in the video. He caught some crazy orb ring camera videos and always felt something was in the house. He ended up getting a divorce and sold the house. A couple of months after the new owners moved in, an old neighbor got a hold of my husband's friend and told him that the new owners wanted to know if he had had any paranormal activity when he lived there. They sent him this video that they had caught in their living room and he sent them his orb videos. The family was not at home when this video was captured. The family does have children, but again, no one was home. The couple who captured this video are getting a divorce and the house is back on the market. To me, the child in this video looks and sounds like a little girl saying, 'Help.' Thoughts?" End quote.
Is that not a real child?
By watching the video, it definitely seems as though there's a small girl-like voice asking for help. However, because the video is so short and the voice isn't clearly identifiable, it can be hard to tell for sure. You can also see a figure pass by very quickly in the background. If this video does indeed depict a ghostly girl asking for help, we can only hope and pray that she did get some help, however she needed it.
Okay, why are we going back to this one now? Oh, I see what you're doing.
And that was 13.
Ooh. All right. All right. I can do one. Ooh. This is a 33-minute long video. Alright. I'm not going to have any more water, but I am going to go back to the bathroom again. All right. Here we go. Nuke's top 5, top 10 crazy scary ghost videos. That explains why it's over a half hour long.
Paranormal enthusiast James White has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings in Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
No, she's great hand right now. It's the tacos one. Okay. So Norm, someone in this room is trying to harm you?
So Norm and someone...
Is it a person? If so, give me a sign. Are they in this room? Is it a male? Do not run behind him. They hold him back. Keep like his chair tipped backward. Why did your chair tip back? I did not move it. Oh. Something just pulled. Yeah. Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. We grabbed him as soon as he fell back. Do not break. Okay, really? It did break when he fell though, because he got that far back. Okay, so did somebody actually pull your chair? Yeah, like he tipped backwards. Yeah. Somebody pulled your chair? Yes.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door, like the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me, and it just pulled me. And it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me as I'm sitting in the chair, and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their stories about the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event. I sat across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with @JamesWhite Seance. So did James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton house? I leave it up to you to decide.
Is it a male?
Scream. YouTube channel D's Dark Adventures says that an anonymous fan emailed her about a very creepy experience he had while driving home late one night. The dash cam video.
I say that was real, because they were intentionally there to summon spirits, and I didn't see anyone or anything there that would suggest someone faking getting pulled back that hard.
Shows the man driving down an isolated country road in the middle of nowhere. Suddenly, he spots something that makes his blood run cold.
Excuse me, you need help? What the?
The driver suddenly spots a woman walking all by herself in the middle of the night. As he gets closer, he is horrified when he sees that the woman is covered in blood. Worried for her safety, he rolls down his window and asks her if she needs help.
Excuse me, you need help?
After which, she lets out a blood-curdling scream.
What the?
At this point, the man notices that the woman appears to have no eyes, only black sockets. Terrified by her reaction and appearance, the driver quickly just gets out of there.
Yeah.
He says that he called the police, but they never found this mysterious woman. So just what do you think is going on here? And what would you do in this same situation?
What the?
The Woman in White. Duke's Top 5 viewer and paranormal investigator Mark Reyes emailed me about a video that he captured with his family while on a ghost hunt at the Evangelical Spiritual Church in Cicero, Illinois. The church was once used as a funeral home and is said to be extremely haunted. It's the middle of the night and Rick and his family are investigating the church when suddenly their EMF meter detects something that they can't see. What happens next is truly chilling.
Hay uno por ahí. That room over there is scary. Have you seen it? This one, come here. This one.
Before you ask, Nukes, yes, I did see it. Let's rewind it a little bit. And if we slow down the footage, just about like that. Boom. Right there.
This one. This is a private office. I say you can't go in there. No, I'm saying that it's open because we could. You say you can't go there. I say you can't go in there.
Now it's not going to be there.
Did you see it? A woman who seems to be wearing a white gown can be seen standing behind the family on the far side of the church. Ricky says that his daughter felt a presence as she looked back, but that none of them actually saw the mysterious woman at the time. It wasn't until they returned home that they discovered what they had captured. So could this eerie figure possibly be the spirit of one of the people who passed through the funeral home? Let me know what you think. We need scary videos, so if you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Burial Mounds. Paranormal investigator Ian from the YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter is back with another investigation, this time at the mysterious Native American burial mounds at the Crow Wing River in Minnesota. Many people claim to have experienced terrifying paranormal activity at the burial mounds. Some have heard the strange sound of phantom drums and disembodied voices, and some visitors even claim that they have seen glowing apparitions at the site. Curious about the claims, Ian decides to do an overnight investigation in the hopes of capturing paranormal evidence. Things quickly take a very creepy turn as Ian searches for one of the burial mounds.
Man, walking through these woods, I feel like anything could just pop out at me right now. Like, from anywhere. Bears, Bigfoot, ghosts, anything. Okay.
Oh, this one I reacted to last week.
I heard something behind me. Hello?
Either last week or 2 weeks ago. Either way, I remember seeing this one recently.
I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid. I thought I heard something, but I'm not sure. Ooh, holy shit. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not going crazy. I don't know if I should try this, but I'm gonna try walking backwards because I want to see what's coming up behind me. Honestly, I don't even like walking backwards because I don't know what's ahead of me. Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my God! Ooh. Holy shit! That scared me so bad. That was a straight up voice from thin air. It was as if somebody was standing like right there. Hello?
Ian hears footsteps following him. Then he hears a loud, indiscernible voice. He's now a little freaked out, but he continues his search until he finally finds one of the Native American burial mounds. What happens next is truly disturbing.
All right, here's mound number 2. I'm actually not going to say anything this time. I'm actually just going to listen. Kinds of things over here. It sounds like voices, but they're so faint.
It sounds like she's saying, "You've got to get out of here."
A female voice can be heard speaking almost as if someone at the burial mound is having a long, involved conversation. But it's something else that really spooks Ian as he explores the Crowing River's edge. Something truly terrifying.
Even though there's not much going on right now, it's a lot of fun just being out here. Out in the wilderness. Even though it's dark, I can barely see 10 feet ahead of me. Holy sh! Just when I said it was fun being out here. Pretty sure there was a goose back there, splashing in the water.
Of all things, Ian's biggest scare so far comes from the sudden sound of a honking goose.
Holy sh!
Eventually, Ian finds another burial mound. Now, Ian knows that he might not be able to communicate in English with the spirits of the Native Americans buried there. So, he decides to just listen. What happens next is truly bizarre.
I start talking. That sounds like a male voice. Could you speak again? Oh my god! Dude, that was a face! I just seen a face! That was a glowing face! Oh my god, I cannot believe that! Dude, his face just appeared right there! Right there! Oh my god, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen! It's one thing to see a light, a mist, even a shadow, but a face? A face! It looked like a man, too. It looked like a Native American man.
Ian hears another low voice speaking from somewhere nearby. Pale face then quickly appears and disappears from right out of the darkness. Ian is shocked by what he has captured and deems his paranormal investigation a huge success. So did Ian capture the voices and face of lingering Native American spirits buried at the Crowing River? Let me know what
And also the spirit of a dead goose.
you think. You can watch this entire investigation and many more spooky adventures over on the YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter. The Sanhaven Sanatorium. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Ricky and his sister Vicky set out to explore the old abandoned Sanhaven Sanatorium near Dunseith, North Dakota. The sanatorium was built in 1912 as a treatment center for patients suffering from tuberculosis. Many of these patients did not survive. They passed away inside the walls of the Sanhaven Sanatorium. In the 1960s, the hospital became a treatment center for the mentally impaired. However, it was eventually closed in 1987 after many reports of patient mistreatment and neglect. The Sanhaven Sanatorium is now known as a paranormal hotspot, and to this day, those with an interest in the supernatural travel to the hospital to explore, hoping to experience paranormal activity. So, Ricky and his sister are carefully exploring the creepy old decaying building. They experience something downright creepy.
No, I bet it was a morgue. Oh, come on, let me have that.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, this building's getting pretty bad.
Wait. Wait. Yeah, it's like there was a faint figure right there. I don't know. Maybe that's just a trick of the light.
Is that you? That wasn't you, was it?
No.
Sounds like someone's upstairs. There's someone upstairs. There's someone upstairs.
I hope so.
Hello? Hello? Where are you at?
Now, it should be noted that this odd event can be explained away as simply water rattling around in the building's old rusty pipes. In fact, if you look closely, this isn't even a water pipe at all. It's actually a piece of old metal electrical conduit that has been cut in half. Nevertheless, it moves and rattles as if shaken by some unknown force. Ricky and his sister are a bit freaked out and worried that they might not be alone in the sanatorium. However, even if there was someone else upstairs, it would be impossible for that person to even reach this metal conduit to make it move. So this creepy capture remains a mystery.
Is that you?
The thing down the hall. A group of friends from Madrid, Spain are hanging out when they suddenly hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall.
Están escuchando, soy yo. Se están escuchando mazo de ruidos, tú. Yo vine del baño.
No vayas, estás loco,
Mano.
¿Qué es lo que quiere que vayas?
Mano.
Venga, poco.
La polla. No. Pocho, para. Valentina, hermano, ¿qué haces? ¿Estás loco? Se está escuchando desde el baño. Escúchame. Pon internet ahí, hermano. ¿Hola? Una polla. Hermano, esto es mucho mal rollo, ¿Hay alguien ahí? No. Tira, vamos a ver lo que es. Hermano, no. Vamos a ver, acércate un poco más. Tira. Asoma la cámara. Acércate lo que hay, ahí no hay nada. Bueno. Nada ahí.
¡Oh! Look at that! What the fuck? I'll be seeing that in my nightmares tonight.
What the
The guys are hesitant to look inside the bathroom, but when they do, something horrifying can be seen staring back at them. User Ain Holval shares the video to TikTok with the caption, "What the hell was in my bathroom?" Now, it's certainly very creepy, but is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax? You decide. Genuine intrigue. New home.
Hey, even if that was just a hoax, oh my god, the imagery.
Homeowner and Reddit user Genuine Intrigue has been finding evidence that some kind of animal has been walking around his backyard late at night. Curious to see what kind of animal it might be, he decides to look through the footage recorded by his motion detecting security camera. But what he finds sends a chill down his spine.
Not as scary as...
During a soft rain,
not as scary as the last video we just saw, but I will at least give it this much. It's definitely more believable.
Translucent figure seems to slowly walk through the backyard. Reddit user Genuine Intrigue has no explanation for this bizarre capture. But what do you think this is? Holton Avenue. Popular urban explorer Chris Hill from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill sets out to explore Holton Avenue, an entirely abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, it's unknown why the street was left abandoned, other than it sits in an incredibly dangerous neighborhood. Multiple bodies have been found on this street, and each of the deceased met their end under mysterious and horrifying circumstances. So, dragging around his balls of steel, Chris Hill makes it his mission to record and document the abandoned buildings on Holton Avenue before they are demolished. In the middle of the night, Chris begins his exploration at the abandoned First Hungarian Baptist Church. He soon realizes that he might have made a huge mistake.
I could have swore I heard something. I think that's an animal.
I'm always on edge when I'm watching videos that take place in small, dark places like this. Alright, the music's cutting, which means something's gonna happen.
That's weird.
I just heard something, but I might have come from the sound on the video.
It's upstairs.
As Chris is exploring the basement, he hears strange noises, but can't identify the source. Then a door above him on the ground floor just slams shut. Chris quickly makes his way upstairs to investigate, and what happens next is downright creepy.
There's somebody outside.
Oh.
Chris finds nothing and no one to explain why the door slammed shut. But when reviewing his footage at home, he realizes that he captured more than he thought. A 4K static camera that he placed inside the church's chapel reveals that something seems to move towards the door just before it slams shut. Another static camera shows something pale and translucent moving around the pews while Chris is in the room. But that's not all that Chris captured that night, because after a thorough walkthrough of the church, Chris decides to check out one of the abandoned houses on Holton Avenue. It did not go well.
This is sketchy. This cannot be safe. Find a body down here. It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. Still creepy. Sorry. I didn't know nobody lived there. Shit.
While checking out the house's basement, Chris hears movement on the floor above him. Freaked out by the sound, he quickly starts making his way out of there. But there's someone inside with him, peeking out from behind a curtain. A man seems to be living in the abandoned home. Chris knows the horrifying stories of the people who met a tragic end on Holton Avenue, so he quickly just gets out of the house. And with that, Chris has had about enough. He decides to just head home. Now, for obvious reasons, I advise everyone watching this to just stay away from Holton Avenue. But if you want to see more of Chris's explorations, you can find them all on his YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. Freefall. TikTok user Jalen Rich is hanging out with a friend on the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California a little after closing time. Something happens that freaks them both out.
Okay, but the boardwalk closed like half an hour ago. This is scary. Where the Okay, I'm really bad at this. No one's on there.
What?
Is there? Okay, I totally saw someone in the camera.
Someone appears to be seated on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk freefall ride, even though the ride is supposed to be closed. But then, whoever or whatever it is seems to disappear into thin air. Jalen explains that both she and her friend saw someone sitting on the ride and have no idea how to explain what happened. Now, the Santa Cruz Boardwalk opened in 1907 and has seen at least 3 confirmed fatal accidents over the last 116 years. One rumor even states that a park visitor tragically broke their neck on this very ride. So could it be that Jalen captured the spirit of someone who never made it out of the park? You decide. Followed home. TikTok user Francisco Javier claims that strange things have been happening at his home in Spain after exploring an abandoned farm he came across one day in the middle of nowhere. He says that the farm is a place of intense paranormal activity.
Vale. Que no sé, tío. Está por aquí. Creo que está por aquí. Hola. Escúchenlo. ¿Qué va? Coña. Ahora sí. Me cago en la hoja. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí.
Francisco is recording at the farm when a door slams shut right behind him. After his days exploring the farm, he believes that something might have followed him home.
Empiezo a grabar porque estoy oyendo sonidos desde el baño muy raros y estoy solo en casa. Dentro del baño. ¿Qué cojones? No puede ser.
shadows or anything like that. Oh, but the part in this movie.
¿Qué coño?
Francisco believes that he might be dealing with multiple entities as he begins to hear taunting voices, laughing, and even the sound of intense crying in the night.
Escucha. Soy un niño. Escucha. ¿Qué cojones? No hay nadie.
The chilling sound of a baby crying sends Francisco off to search his entire apartment, but he finds nothing to explain the sound. Another night and things escalate to another level when Francisco's Amazon Alexa begins to behave very strangely and absolutely terrifying.
Alexa me da un susto de muerte.
Escucha. Phil, se acaba de conectar. ¡Qué susto!
Francisco says that his Alexa is disconnected, yet it calls out in Spanish, "Go to the window. I want to see you."
Phil, se acaba de conectar. ¡Qué susto!
And that's not the only time that this happens.
Creepy.
Coño.
A female voice coming from the Alexa laughs out loud but then stops as soon as Francisco comes around the corner. Then an entirely different, lower and creepier voice calls out, "Hola." Francisco has had enough, but he has no idea how to stop the terrifying activity. He tries to continue living his life as if nothing has happened. But then one night when he's hanging out just watching TV, this happens.
Escuche, acabo de empezar a escuchar a tocar desde esa puerta. ¿Están tocando desde ahí? ¿O es cosa mía? Míralo, míralo. ¿Hola? No puede ser. ¿Qué coño es eso?
¡Wow!
¿Qué coño es eso, tío?
Don't open it.
¿Qué cojones? Hay una luz aquí encendida también. ¿Era eso, loco?
You just let him in. Well, I guess to be fair, that he's been in the whole time, so.
Nada, tío. Uf. Qué puto susto, loco.
Francisco is startled by knocking coming from his hallway door. When he stands up to check it out, he spots what appears to be a small child looking in through the window. Shocked by what he's seeing, he quickly opens the door only to find no one there. Whoever or whatever this is has disappeared. So did something follow Francisco home from the abandoned farm that he explored? Could it even be multiple spirits? And if you were in his shoes, just what would you do?
I'd get the fuck out of there.
Se acaba de conectar. ¡Qué susto!
Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications.
Alright, finally, for the night. Depths of Despair. 5 scary ghost videos to plummet your soul into the depths. Okay, let's go.
You haven't heard scary stories until you have heard it from the depths. Dive down deep into our new channel, Stories of Despair, where I will tell true scary stories from you guys, as well as other occasional true events and cases. The first video is out now, link in the description and pinned comment. Enjoy. 3 AM Nightmare. I featured Leanne Rito on the channel previously. For the past week he has been experiencing many paranormal events, which started from just hearing strange noises around the house late at night. But as each day passed, the activity quickly spiraled out of control and became a nightmare. Now he finds himself waking up at around 3 AM every night. On one particular night he wakes up to the same noises, but this time things get worse. Take a look.
Otra vez el demonio que me está molestando de vuelta. Aquí está. ¿Quién sos? Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. No sos bienvenido, andate. Andate.
Why are you bothering to not have the subtitles be in English?
Me tenés cansado, mostrate. No te voy a tener miedo. Andate de acá. ¿Quién sos? ¿Quién sos?
The bathroom door handle aggressively rattles by itself, and shortly afterwards the door opens on its own. But as he goes to check, he finds nobody there. As you know, he has set up a security camera inside his bedroom. Unfortunately, it doesn't contain audio. But on another night while sleeping, he is woken up to something utterly terrifying.
¡Sos hijo de puta!
Yeah, I saw that shadow figure too.
The bathroom door suddenly opens wide, waking him up in the middle of the night. This time, when he goes inside, the curtain starts poking outwards, as if someone were behind it. But once again, there's no one there. As he goes through the next door that opens on its own, he sees a dark shadow figure lurking across the room. He says it's still getting worse each night, and he has attempted to contact someone to come and bless the place. So hopefully we receive some more updates soon. New apartment. A man named Jack, along with his partner Savannah, moved into a new apartment. And first everything was good, and they were loving the outdoor view. But not too long afterwards, doors started to open on their own, and they would hear noises from time to time around the place. On one morning, Jack is home alone around 6 AM, as Savannah had already left for work. But he hears a tapping noise that kept waking him up, so he decides to record as he goes to look around, and he captures something chilling.
Okay, so it's like almost 6 in the morning, and Savannah's already gone to work, but I've been hearing this tapping noise for like the last 20 minutes. That's the air conditioner. It's not what I'm hearing. It sounds like someone's tapping with their finger. You hear that?
Oh, I saw that.
Guess I'll go back to bed.
He hears a tapping noise, and as he pans the camera around, a creepy figure can be seen inside the bedroom, which quickly disappears as he turns around a few moments afterwards. Jack isn't the only one who experiences this activity, as one day Savannah experiences it herself.
Hey, so I know some of you don't believe me, but I've been starting to get goosebumps and the hair on the back of my neck is starting to... What the hell?! We are moving!
What happened?
The silhouette of a wide-looking person can be seen on the shower curtains, but as she pulls them open, there's nobody behind them, and Jack comes from the other way behind the corner, so it couldn't have been him. The next night while filming Savannah, he would see something terrifying.
You look tired.
Yeah, kinda.
Tonight was a long night.
It was. Why are you filming me?
You just look really good right now.
I do think we're a pretty attractive couple. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god.
What? What happened? Did you see something?
What looks like two shadowy figures go past, possibly inside the house, as they could be a reflection. But then an actual figure in white moves across outside the window. But when they head outside, they see no signs of anything out of the ordinary. After this, Savannah starts to be more wary of the situation in the house. And the following night, she hears voices out on their balcony. So Jack decides to check it out. What he captures is undeniably creepy. Watch closely.
Okay, so Savannah's saying that she's hearing voices out on the balcony, so I told her I would check it out. What the hell is that?
And he's gone.
Definitely just saw somebody out there.
And he's gone.
Did you?
I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I sure as hell did. Right there. Ooh.
Did you see something?
A dark figure of someone or something is standing directly outside the window, but quickly vanishes as he turns around after hearing a noise inside the house. But just as he walks back through the corridor, we see a creepy pale dark grey face with dark eyes and fairly long hair looking out from the darkness around the corner. Just as he goes back to his room, and Savannah asks if he saw anything. This seemed to go unnoticed at the time, but they are already convinced they have seen enough and are ready to move out. So is this a real ghost caught on camera, or just an intricate ruse? You judge.
I don't know, those reactions seem really genuine. They're like they are really scared out of their gourd.
It follows. A woman named Brandy has always been sensitive to spirits and things related to the paranormal, just like her mum. And ever since she was young, she would experience some random paranormal events from time to time, like the occasional door opening on its own, or something moving by itself. And after moving houses, the activity seemed to follow her, although she believes it's not the same spirit, and that there are multiple who make an appearance once in a while. Well, one day while she's watching TV, she hears some strange noises coming from the hallway. So she gets her phone out to record it and captures this.
Alright y'all, so I'm sitting here watching TV and there's some strange noises that keep coming out of the hallway. So I told you we're going to document everything, so we're going to investigate this together. There's some banging noises coming up in here. Yeah, Toby, what the fuck is that? Well, there you go. Door's shutting on their own.
The door seems to close all by itself, drawing the dog's attention as well as Brandy's. But as she opens it, there's nobody inside. On another day, Brandy and her partner Aaron hear some creepy noises coming from the baby monitor. So
Hold on a second. I want to address something. I don't know if it was just my imagination or not.
And everything, so we're gonna investigate this together. There's some
I feel like I saw a shadow on the other side of this door. Just kind of a little, just like passing through the crack.
banging noises coming up in here.
I think that was just a shadow of an item inside there.
he goes to check on the kids. Means is coming from the baby monitor, so he goes to check on the kids. Meanwhile, Brandy decides to record. What happens leaves her shaken to the core.
What the fuck is happening? No.
Once again, the bathroom door moves by itself, but when she goes inside, there is no one in there. As she turns to walk out, something falls off the shelf, and the door that was once opened is now closed. It may not sound like much to some of you, but that is enough to terrify most people. Eventually, they set up some security cameras around the house, and a few days later, one of them captures this.
Who's here? Nobody. I thought I imagined the knock, but I guess you heard it too. I did. Ain't nobody here. Finish your schoolwork. Okay.
3 knocks are heard at the door, but when she goes to open it, there's nobody there. Even her dog sensed something strange. 3 knocks with nobody there is said to be a sign of a malevolent spirit trying to be acknowledged and welcomed into your home. So this could make things worse for the family. And a few days later, it seems that's exactly what happened as the activity gets stronger and starts occurring more frequently.
Stolen car. He's like, they just told me it's stolen.
Oh, okay. Good job. All right, find out from the homeowner. Make sure they're good, you know. Obviously, the front of the property got damaged pretty bad. Hey, how you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good. Definitely talk to the sheriff's department. Were you sitting out here on the stop sign?
I was in, well, I seen a taxi come by.
Yes, ma'am.
It was going really slow. So I got up and looked out the window, and then I saw blue light, and this car going that way, and he went off onto the ground.
All right, Liz, come get your basket.
And then the guy jumped out and took off that way, and then the car just come down, and then
It's extremely hot and humid outside with no wind, which is why her door is open. But suddenly, the door slams shut with quite a bit of force. And then a few moments afterwards, the lamp topples over all by itself. Later that day, her cat Tucker has its own creepy experience. Watch closely.
This cat's not running, it's just trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
For a little while, something seems to grab the cat's attention, and then suddenly the washing machine door opens by itself. On another day, she hears the toilet flush when no one's inside. Her dog then stands up and seems to be alerted by the presence of something unseen. And then this happens.
Guys, I've been sitting on the couch working today because I slept wrong or some shit, and the toilet just flushed on its own. Toby's pretty freaked out. We're gonna check this shit out for a second. I flipped the camera. Y'all, what the fuck?
Damn.
This time, she thoroughly checks the room and makes sure it's impossible to conceal anyone, or for anyone to sneak out of the door without being in frame of the camera. Yet there is still no one there. On another day, the security camera captures some more unexplainable events.
How the fuck did that happen?
Bedroom door's gonna shut, I bet.
Just getting weird.
Something in the back opens and something else comes out all on its own once again. Later at night, one of the other home security cameras captures even more chilling activity.
Damn.
The lights flicker on and off on their own, and multiple doors can be seen opening and slamming shut. Keep in mind that this activity has taken place in her old house and continued after moving houses. The activity seems to be steadily getting stronger over time, so we may see more soon. If you have any video recommendations, you can send them over to depthsofdespairbusiness@gmail.com. The unexplainable. Professor Cynical moved into a new home in Scotland and has been living there for about 2 years. He says that over the course of time he started hearing things around the house, but as his name suggests, he is cynical about everything and doesn't really believe in the paranormal. He simply dismissed these creepy events as natural occurrences due to wind. Although he is skeptical of the activity, he also can't seem to explain what's going on inside his house. But one day, while home alone with his 2 baby daughters, he hears something strange and decides to record it to see if someone else can explain it. Watch closely.
Right, so I keep hearing some strange noises. It's been going on for quite a while, so ignore the walls and that. We're still doing some decorating, but I just want you to see if you can hear the same thing I am. Every now and again, this door sounds like it's rattling or shaking or something. Hello? What is that? Hello? Hello?
The door can be heard rattling.
Holy shit.
But when he opens it, there's nothing there. And as he looks at the stairs, a pair of footsteps are heard rushing down the stairs towards him. Not sure what to make of this, he continues to ignore it like it never happened. But eventually, over time, it gets stronger and worse, until just recently, when he could no longer ignore it and ends up capturing this.
I'm honestly done with this. Every day pretty much, this happens. I posted about this before, but people just saying, oh, the door's moving because of the wind, and it wasn't anything. And over the course of so long, it's just getting worse. I'll show you as well, there's literally nothing here. Got a baby gate there. There's literally just shoe racks and that right there. Look, there's literally nothing. And if I look up here, mind the camera. But look, there's literally nothing. Okay, let me set back up my tripod. What the? Whoa! Oh, that's new. The heck? Hello?
This time the door is rattling much more aggressively, to the point where you can physically see it. But once again, there's nobody on the other side, and it would be hard for someone to sneak up the stairs unnoticed without making a sound, and then back down again to slide the bag. So just what do you think is going on here? Is this a real ghost caught on camera? Let me know. Haunted Winery.
Last clip of the night, guys.
A man named Julio works in a winery that is said to be haunted. All the other employees have said that they can often hear the voice of a little child echoing throughout the place. One night Julio was working the night shift in the winery, and that was when he managed to hear what was reported by the other employees, a creepy childlike voice. So he decided to record straight away. This is what he captured.
Niña. Niña marciana. ¿Dónde estás?
I'm not ruling out the possibility of a cat. That sounds like a howl that a feral cat would make.
Niña. Niña marciana. ¿Dónde estás?
Whoa!
A strange voice can be heard coming from upstairs, but as he reaches the top, an open cabinet door slams shut on its own, scaring Julio out of there in an instant. Perhaps a girl suffered a tragic fate inside this building and now remains bound to the winery. But whether this is real or not, I'll leave the final judgment to you. Don't forget to head over to our...
Ooh. Ooh. Those were some good ones, guys. Those were some bangers. But yeah, that will do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, that was fun. I will catch you guys next time. Take care. Have a wonderful night, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. That's coming up this week. We've got big plans. Have fun. Talk to you later.